Hey guys, it's Chef Kevin. Do you like pizza? Do you like bacon? Well, why don't we make a pizza with bacon, mushrooms, garlic, and peppers? Sound good? Okay, I'll show you how. Do you like cocktails? You know what I'm talking about, cocktails. A little play on words. Okay, folks. Need that. Okay, one thing we do good down here in Virginia is bacon, pork, and ham. So I bought this particular pork from my local farmer market. Let me show you this close up. Now I bought this one because it has more meat than fat. Of course, you're always going to get some fat in bacon, and you have to have some fat in bacon. And it's also thick cut, so that'll work out really well. Now, the bacon, I'm not going to cook it in the frying pan. There's several ways you can cook bacon. Most people cook it in the frying pan. You can microwave it, although I've never tried that and probably will never try that. So what I'm going to do is cook it in a grill. And this will give it a nice smoky flavor too. Now, I don't like cooking bacon in the house because it smells. The smell of the bacon will last for the rest of the day, even if you have a ventilator like I have. And I don't mind the smell if I'm hungry, but if I'm not hungry, it's annoying. And the other reason I like to cook outside is it's cleaner. Because when you fry the bacon, it's going to spatter. Spatter gets all over the range top, and the oven, the knobs, the floor, whatever. It's a mess. So I'm going to do it that way. And this is going to be a nice pizza. It's going to have bacon on it, of course, and fresh mushrooms, garlic, and some mini bell peppers. And I'm also going to put some cucumbers on there.
Cucumbers?
Wait a second. What is it that?
It's cucumbers.
No, you can't put a cucumbers on a pizza.
Well, why not? I like cucumbers.
That's not a pizza. It'll taste terrible.
Yeah, but that's the idea. You make your own pie.
Yes, but we cannot give the people the right to choose any topping they want. Now, on this issue, there can be no debate.
What gives you...
Okay, Poppy, you win. No cucumbers. Okay, let's go out to the grill, and I'll show you how to grill these slabs of bacon up. Okay, before we go outside, I want to show you something that I do. Now what I like to do is I like to put the bacon on, I like to put the pepper on before it cooks. This way the flavor of the pepper will saturate the bacon. This is an old trick I learned from Denny's restaurant. Now this pepper will not burn because it's not going to be exposed directly to the heat. I'll show you how that's done. But even before I do that, I want to show you a real simple, quick method of lighting your barbecue. Okay, here's my trick. Now for years I was buying those little, they look like ice cubes, but they're white and they're waxy. And you can use that to start the fire. And then I was using something similar that looks like a little bird's nest. Again, it had some wood and some wax in there. And that worked too, but I mean, you know, if you're going to rely upon that stuff, then, you know, you have to keep it in the back of your mind. Well, do I need this? Do I need this now? Whatever. So what I'm going to do is I got my chimney almost full. I don't need a lot of coals for this. Now I'm going to pour a little charcoal starter just on one briquette. Going to take that one briquette off. Lights right up. And I put my chimney on top of that. And in about 20 minutes, I'll have a nice roaring fire. There's no way, there's no reason to douse it with all that charcoal starter stuff. This saves a lot of money too. That one can will probably last me 2 years. Okay, so here we have it. I'm not making a dough. This is ultra thin pizza crust. This is more like a flatbread type thing than anything else. You can buy 3 of these for like $6. I mean, it's really so cheap. Now, I'm a little perplexed about the packaging though. Do you think packaging is getting more complicated? I do. Anyway, yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is take the bread, or the dough, whatever you want to think, and just put a little spray oil on it because that'll crisp up the bottom. And pizzas always cook from the bottom up. Now, this is actually a new pizza sauce, Classico. I've never used this before, although I have used some of their tomato sauces in the past and was pretty satisfied with that. So I'm going to put the sauce on, and that's the first thing you do is put the sauce on. Now, you don't have to load it up so much. You want to be able to see some of the dough through the sauce. And I actually found a huge chunk of tomato. I don't know how that got in there. I just pulled that out though. Next thing is the cheese. This is mozzarella, and that's the only type of cheese you should be using on a pizza in the world. And again, this is the situation where you don't really need to overload it. You basically want to cover the sauce, but you still want to be able to see the sauce through the cheese. Sometimes less is more. One more handful. I'm just going to push that aside and check out this bacon. Those are 3 of the 6 strips that I cooked on the grill. However, I only used 2 of them because they were just like so thick. I know that the theme is bacon, but I didn't want to make it overly baconed. You guys follow me? So I'm going to cut them into fairly thin strips, 1/8 of an inch or so. I didn't really measure them out. You notice I just stole a piece of bacon? Wow, is that good. Okay, so 2 strips is quite adequate because I still have to add the veggies. Trying to spread it out. Okay, I have 2 white button mushrooms that have been washed and patted dry. So I'm going to cut these into fairly thin strips, like 3/16. The thinner they are, the quicker they cook. Sorry, the thinner they are, the easiest it is. I'm getting tongue-tied, guys. I had a long week. Okay, some mini bell peppers. Now, I really love the mini bell peppers. They don't taste any better or sweeter than a full bell pepper, but it gives a better presentation, I think, because if you slice them like I am, you can just put them on the pizza, and I think it's really appealing. Yeah, a little bit more. Maybe I'm trying to be too overly creative. Good. Life is good. Okay, the last thing to put on the pie is a little fresh crushed garlic. I'm bringing you in there just so you can see just how really phenomenal this pizza looks. Now this is garlic that I buy at my local food line. It's already clean, so there's no skin on it. And I buy it in the bag and I put it through my food processor. And I put a little olive oil in there. It actually lasts for quite a long time. I mean, garlic is used in so many recipes and so many cuisines. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit here and there. Looking good, Chef Kevin. And here it is, straight out of the oven. Now that was 500 degrees. But it only took 8 minutes. Most pizza ovens, commercially, cook like 800 degrees. That's why it only takes like a minute and a half to cook a pizza in a real oven. Now I'm adding some black pepper because I love black pepper. I love the piquant. You know, at some point I gotta get a pizza knife. Wouldn't that make my life a little bit easier? Look how nice and crispy that skin is. The dough. You know, this is like so hot. I have to let it rest because if I don't, I'm going to burn the roof of my mouth for the next 4 days. And if you know what I'm talking about, forget it. Okay, look, I know every chef thinks their food is so friggin' phenomenal. And, you know, I'm no exception. But I've noticed that my food always tastes better when I'm hungry. Okay, the first thing I really notice, of course, is the bacon. Yeah, it's fatty, it's smoky, and it's fucking hot. Next thing I realize is the garlic. The garlic stands out. It's great. It's prominent. It's not overly garlicky. And then, of course, you taste the cheese, the mozzarella. Well, I think this pie, flatbread, pizza thing really came out pretty good.
You ate all that in a bag of potato chips?
I'm really sorry, folks. I was hoping we weren't going to see Mr. Evil in my videos, but it seems that he hacked into my videos, so I'm really pissed.
Dr. Evil, I didn't spend 6 years in evil medical school to be called Mr. Thank you very much.
I don't care. Get lost.
Don't mess with me, I'm one crazy mofo.
If you like my channel, then throw me a friggin' bone here.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.